Hey, this is Ebube Olivia Kweme, and I'm coming to you live from Kent in the UK. How are you today? I hope you're well and you're good and you're having an absolutely fantastic Wednesday. Mine is going okay-ish, but we're getting on, we're forging ahead. I hope you've had a very, very good day. Today, my topic is how to begin your year more intelligently, and that means a lot of things, but in the context of making decisions. And I'm going to sort of like focus around making decisions. And in making decisions, it's all about decisions, the kind of decisions that we make in our relationships, basically. And there are three aspects that I want to focus on today. But before I do that, let's talk a little bit about decisions. Decisions is just you deciding. Deciding is killing all other options. Okay, you decide. You decide. That's what it is, really. So you make up your mind to do certain things in a certain way. And I think that at this time of the year, a lot of people make up their minds to do certain things differently, sometimes in their relationships, sometimes in their finances, sometimes in their spirituality or health or their career or work. They decide to do things differently, and that's good. That's always good. It's always good to come into a new year, have a new focus, a new perspective, a new conversation, a new whatever it might be. But one thing that is always good to have as well is a new decision. And one good decision to have, one good decision to always kind of like ponder on is the decisions around our relationships. So when I talk about relationships, I'm talking about that being in your work. That being at work, maybe your business, or it could be at home, your personal relationships, it could be anywhere. But wherever you are, you have any form of human interaction, that's where you have some level of relationship with other people. And of course, it's around these people that you want to begin to make certain decisions. And one of the decisions that, I'm kind of focusing on today is the decision around how you handle other people. And there are three things I want to share tonight on how to handle other people, especially when it comes to the courtesies that we show people and just the way we interact with other people that will make things go better for you in this year, in the new year, that we've already just started. So number one thing is deciding that you want to use thank yous. A lot of people go through their week, their days, their months. They have people that do things for them. They have people that help them in one way or the other. And they never look back to say thank you for whatever favors, whatever help, whatever, was done for them and to them. They just never have that courtesy. They've never made up, because it's all about making up your mind and deciding from the beginning of the year, if I come in contact with anybody who is helping me in any shape or form, no matter how little that help is, it's time for me to say thank you. A thank you note, a thank you message, the words, speaking it out, thank you, just saying thank you to whoever it might be. So one of the ways you want to begin your year more intelligently, if you're just tuning in, is making certain decisions around your relationships. And one of the decisions you want to make is being aware, the consciousness to say thank you, the consciousness to be appreciative of other people, especially people who do things for you that make life easier. They make things worth the while for you in one way, one shape, one form or the other. Do not overlook these little helps and favors. And let me tell you one thing you want to do here. I want you to go back into your year 2024. If you can, as much as possible, cast your mind back all the way to January of 2024 and think about people that make things happen for you in that year. It is time for you to turn around and say thank you. It is time for you to begin to practice some of these things that make your human interactions, better. They make them more palatable for you in the long run. Let me tell you one thing, one secret you might not know. The more you're grateful, the more you show thankfulness, the more you're appreciative of other people, the more they tend to do more things for you. So some of you are already kind of like blocking off or sort of like pushing away people, maybe unconsciously without even know it, from your own attitude and the way that you handle people by not showing how grateful you are, how thankful you are of them and to them. So it's time to, work on that. That's number one. The ability to say thank you, the ability to be appreciative of other people. Let that be one decision. Let that be one way you begin more intelligently in this year. Now, let's talk about my second point. My second point is using the word please. Okay? Using the word please. Now, when I use the word please sort of like is going to be the common word for this category of words. Is a way of appealing to people. Okay, some of us are very, very, very commandeering in the way we ask people to do things. We've lost that manners, the manners of asking people, to do things for us. Some of us come sometimes with this sense of entitlement. And if you want to begin more intelligently in this new year, in your relationships, in your human interactions, one thing you want to consider is knowing how to appeal to people and knowing how to engage your human interactions in such a way that you come across in the right way, in the right manner, and you don't come across in the wrong way. And one way is knowing how to use words like please. So the please will be representative of, words in this kind of family, but it's learning how to ask people to do things for you without appearing arrogant, prideful, condescending, whatever it might be. So again, it's time for you to decide that when it comes to asking people to do things for you, or you're asking for favors or whatever it might be, and it doesn't really matter if these people are older, they're younger, they're your mates, it doesn't matter, especially people who you feel you're better than, or people who you feel that you're older than, okay? It doesn't matter where these people are, or where, or how old they are, or whatever it might be. It's the ability for you to be able to engage them in such a way that is humane. And I think that's the bottom line. The bottom line is that you engage them in such a way that is humane, that you don't come across like you are arrogant or condescending. So your decision is to learn words like please. Learn such words. Learn how to appeal to people in the right way to do things for you. And then I move on to my point number 3. My point number 3, and for a lot of people, this might actually be the biggest, because this has to do a lot with their ego. It has a lot to do with, them feeling somehow towards other people. And what's that? Is just the ability again, and the decision as you begin this year, decide that whenever you come to a place where you feel, you sense, you see, you perceive that you've done something to somebody else, maybe somebody else has called you out, or maybe you yourself, you've seen it, maybe in hindsight, you've seen that you've done something, you've said something, whatever it might be, but you've crossed the line somehow, you've done something that you shouldn't do. It is time to learn how to use the words I am sorry. It's very important to learn how to apologize and how to mend relationships and mend the brokenness that has happened by, maybe what you have said or what you have done. Hi, Tuboson, I can see you're watching. How are you? I hope you're well and you're good. So if you're just tuning in today is all about beginning your year more intelligently. And when I talk about beginning your year more intelligently, I'm actually alluding to the fact that there is a way you can interact with the humans in your world, the human interactions that you have in your world. And it's the ability to decide to begin to do things differently, and don't run on some kind of, mental, what would I call it now? Like some kind of, mental tape that has already been built in your mind. But step back and ask yourself, if you're having challenges right now in any of your relationships, wherever these relationships are, at work, in your business, at home, in the community, wherever you find that you have these problems, ask yourself one question. What has been your decisions around the way you interact with people? There are 3 things or 3 areas that I'm asking you to begin to decide differently. The first is learning to be appreciative of people by expressing that thank you or appreciation. Always learn to, express that. Number two is learning how to appeal to people when you're asking them to do something, you're asking for a favor, you're asking for help or whatever, by using the word please. So the first one is learning how to use or say thank you. The second one is learning how to use the word please. And of course, my third point, which is usually very huge and big for a lot of people, is learning how to be sorry when you have done something or said something that you shouldn't have done or you shouldn't have said. You get my point? So when you begin to get better in your relationships, you find that life is better for you. The sense of, your interaction is better. And in turn, it helps you mentally, even in your mental state, your own well-being, actually, when it comes to the way you are around people. You don't want to be that kind of a person that, when people see you from afar or they know you're going to be around, they're edgy, they're not happy, or there's just this negative vibe because you're there, because you're somebody who, the way you speak to people, the kind of your choice of words, or when people do things for you, you never turn around to say thank you. A lot of people do that. A lot of people are very ignorant in that sense. And I'll just put it down to ignorance, but it's time to educate yourself. It's time for you to learn those little courtesies and make those decisions that turn things around nicely in your relationship. In your relationships. I hope this makes a lot of sense to you. I hope that you can look into your year starting from today. You can go into work, go into your business, go into your families, go back home, wherever, your communities, church, wherever you are. And the way you begin to talk, people will notice something different about you, but they won't be able to, pinpoint. But what is different is the fact that you have now decided to look at your human interactions, the way you communicate, your mannerisms, your courtesies, and begin to bring in some of these things that, they smooth things out and they make your relationships better. And as they make your relationships better, guess what? Where are the treasures in life? They actually lie with people. A lot of you are enemies with people that can actually save your life. It's a sad reality for so many people. They don't talk to certain people, they're upset with certain people, and so on. But these people, they hold keys to, or maybe just the information you need, something that you need that can actually turn things around for you nicely in your life. So it's time to make that decision and begin your year more intelligently by making that decision to use your thank yous, your please, and don't forget to always apologize and use the words I'm sorry. It's not heavy. It's easy to say, isn't it? I am sorry. Talking about words, there's one thing I want to say. In this year, and I'm going to leave you with this, in this year, there are 3 things that you have to test against any words that come out of your mouth, especially when you're talking about people. If the words are not kind, don't say them. Don't bother. If the words are not true, don't even bother. They have to have all these 3 elements. And number 3, they must be necessary. So when you are talking, and this will help your human interactions as well. When you're talking to people, or about people, make sure your words are kind, make sure they are true, and make sure that they are necessary. Once they have those 3 elements, then you can say them. If the words are not kind, or if the words are not true, or if it's not necessary that you say them, then don't bother. Hi, boss. Hope you're well and you're good. Yes, you're tuning in from Essex and I'm tuning in here from Kent. Until next time, my friends, stay well, be well, and yes, begin your year more intelligently. Take care. Bye for now.